Hi, my name is Jalen, and that's me on the right with my siblings. And this is me with my dysfunctional family. My family life is less than normal, but these four really keep me entertained. And these are my parents, Julian and Andres. My parents are my biggest cheerleaders, even if we don't always get along. My mom is my best friend. I can tell her absolutely anything. My relationship with my dad is a little rocky, and that's fine, because at the end of the day, they instilled in me some very important values, which lead me to my top 3 goals in life. I want to get married to my best friend and have a whole bunch of kids. I want to move out of the city, preferably to Huntsville, Alabama, because this is where most of my extended family lives on my mom's side, and I want to be closer to them. And when I move there, I want to get this huge suburban house and a little puppy. Originally, my third biggest goal was to become this amazing elementary school teacher, but lately that has kind of disappeared. With all these ongoing teaching strikes and how little teachers get paid for all the hard work they do, I'm not sure if that's a smart choice for me. It may not be practical, but I think it's what I want. But I'm honestly not sure. But before I can begin to think about any of this, I have to take it back a few steps. If you can't tell, I'm obsessed with the idea of the nuclear family. I want that perfect little life with my husband, 2 kids, and a dog living on the countryside, being an aggressively average family. It may seem boring to most, but to me it's everything. When I look at the relationships between my parents, my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, there's a crude history of separation and divorce, and I refuse to fall into a pattern. And while I had this seemingly average childhood, I grew, and my goal, not only for myself, but also for my husband, is to just be the best parents we can over everything else. While of course I want to have a great career, I never really want to put that career before my children. That's why I really want this type of low-key lifestyle. And recently, my great-grandmother passed away. And while my parents were always away working or traveling, when I was younger, this woman raised me and my sister, and really showed me that family is everything. Ever since I can remember, I've been obsessed with interior design and architecture. For a while, I thought this would have been my #1 career choice, but once again, didn't seem too practical. Most, if not all, of my decisions are made on strict, fact-based things, even if I want to follow my heart. Either way, moving to Alabama, I know there's a low cost of living, and I can afford to buy one of these amazing houses, like the one my grandparents both have. I want the type of house for my future kids, so they can have this grand backyard with a trampoline in the back like I've always wanted, and a place just to run around and be kids that's not so close to the big city. When I was younger, we lived in mostly apartments, and finally when I was 13, my dad got an amazing job offer, and we moved back to Chicago, and we finally got a house. For the first time, I had my own room, and that was everything to me because I had shared a room with both my brother and sister at some point. I want my kids to be close, but I also want them to have their own space. Not only that, but living in Alabama, they'll have the chance I didn't to be closer to our other family members and my mom's parents that I did not get to grow up with. And finally, we have to talk about this job. I honestly want my career locked down before I start having kids and thinking about buying a house, so this part really has to come first. Except I have no idea what I'm doing. It's true, I started college, which is a step in the right direction, but as of right now, I'm already on my 3rd major, and it's only my 2nd semester. I have no clue where I see my professional life going. I've always known I want to work with children in whatever aspect that may be. I thought about psychology, I've thought about teaching, even social work. I just really have no clue, and I think that's fine. I want to say I have time to figure all of this out, but I also want to have kids, and I want to buy my own home by my early 30s, which is only about 10 years away. And yes, I mean only. It's not that long to lock down a career, get married, pay for a wedding, buy a house, pay a mortgage, and start popping out little ones. So if I want all this to happen within the next 10 years, I have to get started now.